Good morning, people. Hang on a sec, I gotta get out there. Gotta manually switch cameras. Probably could have used the clicker. There's the clicker. Good morning. Welcome to the Easy Stream, where we hang out in this fish room and we do all the things that need to get done. Okay. Good morning. Ooh, I hear myself. All right, let's turn that down. Bruiser CV, good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. What we got? Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. Good mornings, Sir Bruiser and Lord Jason. Good morning, Master Aquatics, Eduardo. Peplin Creek, man, what's up, dude? Good morning, good morning. Bionic Bigfoot, good morning.
Victor C said Jason nice coffee mug.
Thanks, Victor.
Scaly Granny, aka Jenny Lynn, said good morning, Jason.
Jenny Lynn, good morning. Window Liquor number 5, good morning, good morning. Dennis Christensen, hello, hello. Enjoying the, Victor C says, enjoying the coffee mug. Good morning. Yeah, me too, man. Good morning. Thanks for being here. So we got Jenny Lynn. Good morning. Long Family Shoal. What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Scan in here. Well, I think that's about it. Start with this. Works for me. What we got going on this week? Same thing we got going on every week. I took the liberty of already setting up the remineralized water for the 75 gallon. We've been on this new kick. We're going to test it. We're going to see. We're going to do the same thing with the bypass siphon, because we're going to slowly introduce this new remineralized water, okay? We don't want to shock any fish. We're going to do that. Got to check mops. We probably got to put mops in the outdoor tub. I did see Fry there. Last week I saw Fry. I haven't really checked this much this week. Other than that, man, I would like to take care of the saltwater tank because it's a mess again, covered in cyanobacteria. So if we do the remineralized water, the salt water, then we can probably end up with some brackish water for the flounders. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Captain Ahab, or Ahab, Blackbeard, Captain Ahab. From Hill's Heart, I stab at thee. All right, let's get this light on. Let's do some water testing. Let's go over here. Stop looking at me. Go down. Boop. Boop. There's the big old bucket. 10 gallons of water. I actually measured it this time and I put a mark on the inside of the tub. So I know where 10 gallons is now. I don't have to keep carrying buckets around. All right. All right. What we should do first is test, right? Let's set that there. Oh man, I just sneezed a bunch right before the stream too. So we're going to open this up. When was it last? Sometime during the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could only count
Congratulations,
7.
Start Fresh Aquatics. Lando on the membership milestone.
Yo.
Start Fresh Aquatics. Lando has been an extraordinary aquarist for 15 months.
Right on, Lando, and good morning. So I was only able to count 7 of my Pandagars last week, so, and it looked like they were all out, so I might have lost one somewhere, but I don't know. Right now I'm only
Congratulations,
seeing
Bionic
6, but
Bigfoot, on the membership milestone.
oh man, right
Bionic
on.
Bigfoot has been an extraordinary aquarist for 19 months.
Hell yeah, man. Congrats. How's the Blackbeard looking today? Yeah, looking a little brownish. I don't know if it's changed much. What is up there? I don't know what's on that. Like white. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Foxy's
5,
Fishes
6,
said,
7.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Foxy. Thanks for joining us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now I'm only counting 6. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's test. I hope I didn't lose any, but you never know. This tank can be hard to tell. Especially if they go in that log. They never come out.
Bionic
One.
Bigfoot said, Good morning, Foxy.
Bionic Bigfoot. Alright. 2. Up. Took 1 too many drops out. There we go. Three. Good enough. Close that for now. Put that back. Get some lids. Ooh. The knees cannot handle that for long. Alright. One of these we're going to use as the old calibration fluid. Oh. And the rest of these are going to be that. But I'm going to blow my nose real quick, so hang on. Alright. Sorry about that. You seem to be at an angle here, is that right? Yeah, there we go. Is that better? Hopefully that's a little better. Grab the camera. This looks like real time. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Let's start out with the nitrates. And get the solution. Really gotta get my scissors back down here. Already using this razor blade. Cha. Cha. Okay. That. There for now. Add the calibration, so we shall. Now we have to test the silicates too. That's out this week. I don't know if it's actually doing anything, but
John Mackenzie said, Good morning, weirdos.
good morning, Mr. Mackenzie. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Let's start this. Curious where everything's at this week. Hold. 7 minutes. Calibrate. Do the phosphates. Ooh, I gotta open up a new box. Ooh. I think I have to try to stay up on this, considering I do testing every week on this. It's kind of important not to run out. It's for science, man. Can't deny science. Okay.
Andy Carson said G-Morn Jason.
Yo, G-Morn. G-Morn, Ann. Oh. Oh. Really got to get it better than this razor blade, because it...
Master
Fingers.
Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Jason. Mr. Mackenzie called us weirdos, and you greet him as if he is normal. How is that acceptable in your court?
Well, I think we're all weirdos here. Different levels of weird. More weird it gets, the, you know, better? I don't know. Sounds good. Alright, let's shake this up. That's the silicates. The silicates is a little bit of a pain in the ass. That test. Okay, that's pretty good. Swap the calibration out for that. Let's put that in there.
310 Aquatics said good morning.
Yo, good morning. Thanks for making it.
John Mackenzie said, embrace the weirdness.
That's
Eduardo.
right, Eduardo. Like, you're not trying to be better than us, Eduardo? Is that what you're saying? Eduardo doesn't think he's weird? Well, I got news for you, Eduardo. Pretty high on the weird list. Just saying. That goes in the trash. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, silicates. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I know you need 6 drops, wait 4 minutes. Then A, or the B solution. C. C. B. Check to make sure I got this right. 6 drops. Wait 4 minutes. Yep. Okay. Let's open that. Let's open this. Just trying to mess.
Window
One.
Liquor Hash 5 said, what's your earworm this week?
Hold on, man.
Mine was Hellraiser, and I'm a
2,
real American.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Put the lid back on, swirl around, wait 4 minutes. Okay. What was the earworm I had? Dude, I just had one. Was it this morning? Wife put something in my head. The hell was it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid to say, because it'll come back.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, I'm not expressing the differences between Pennsylvanian weirdos and Floridian nakedness. That is on you and your choices.
Apparently. It was, I will always love you. And it wasn't that, it was a cover version. I don't even know who did the cover. Cover of The Cure. That was in my head.
Bionic Bigfoot said Eduardo is #1 weirdo.
Yeah. There you go, Eduardo. Moving up in the world. #1 weirdo. Get any better? Alright, the phosphate test is about to finish.
Foxy's Fishes said the driftwood is beginning to look like Falkor from the never-ending story.
Falkor. 0.51 on the night to phosphates. Holy cow, that jumped up. But then we only did like a 10% water change last week, so it's a little high. 0.51. Okay. I gotta test the TDSs too. Falkor. Never ending story. Ah. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head. What you've done. Never ending algae. Ah. TDSs are 357. That's actually down. Down quite a bit. 357. 357. Nitrates are at in a minute here. Got 30 seconds on that. Start prepping this. Silicates are probably going to be through the roof still because it's only been 10.
Foxy's Fishes said you're welcome for the earworm.
No idea what you've done. It's too much.
Bionic Bigfoot said, test the water, I got soft water here.
Yes.
Window Licker #5 said, I'm walking on an endless road around the world for rock and roll. Rip Ozman.
Yeah, Oz. The Oz man. Yeah, well, at least he went out with a shebang, I guess, is his finale, his final tour. I mean, he was up there, man, 77, like that. All right, we're waiting for this timer to go off. 14.8 on the nitrates. Down slightly. 14.8. We'll see where
Master
the silicates are at.
Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Queen Coturnuts shall hand slice your meatballs.
Queen. I believe you, man. All right, that's that. So let's add the B. Swirl for a minute. After this minute, then we calibrate, and then we add this the actual test solution. Solve. Finger pencil over the glass. Can take these out. Test kits. Yeah, these phosphates are a little high. Like I said, I did not. All we did was a 10% flush, and wouldn't even say it was a water change. Let's clean up some of these scraps while we're sitting here waiting. Do. Alexa, stop! Okay. Put this in there. Calibrate. Open this up. Put in the B solution, or C solution, I should say. Shake, 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 and I already tell this is already through the roof. It turns blue like instantly. which means there's a lot of silicates. But that doesn't surprise me. It's only been 1 week. Press and hold, and it'll be 3 minutes. And while that's kicking off, we can start this water.
Vinoksky said, "Good morning, guys."
Good morning, Vinoksky. Thanks for being here. Now we can get started. He's here. Let's go. All right, let's, I think what I should do first is start the siphon. So let me move.
Master Aquatics. "Just call me Eduardo," said Lord Jason.
I'm gonna move
"Remember
this
those
camera
red devil
first.
angelfish Richard got from 2 years ago?
Yes.
Auction from Max. Well, they finally bred.
Nice.
Over 300 dime-size fry."
That's awesome. That is awesome. Congrats. You're gonna be a papa. All right, let's move this back. Now that we're not tangled up on a cord. I need to go that way real quick. I'm going to start this mess. There's the siphon. Get all the air out of that. Likewise with this. Get all the air out of it. Slide that one in there, that one in there. Take this hose. Stop the water from coming out. Cool, cool, cool. It's draining quick. Let's put this there. Okay, cool. We are not high enough to drain, are we? Nope, but we're very close. Okay, that's cool. I need a towel. That's what I'm missing here. Oh. It's been a hot week, people. At least today, this morning, it's kind of nice out. It was a little cooler. Took the pupper on a walk. Now I'm going to stir this water up again just to make sure all the minerals are in there.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Good morning, Vinoksky."
I marked this bucket where 10 gallons would be, approximately. I found a half a tablespoon measuring spoon, so I used that, and I've already added the equilibrium into here. So now we're going to flush it again. Going slow. Taking this nice and slow, because this is a pretty, I'm guessing, going to be a drastic change on the hardness and whatever of the water. May have to test that. Future. Okay. Let's get this untangled. You know, I might need to shorten this hose, man. This is a little too much, I think. Well, either way. It'll work. Okay.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Yes, Andy. Very sweet. I already got 10 in my 90 gal, and if anyone
Awesome.
wants any, contact Mr. Richards. But prepare to pay for high tariff shipment."
Maybe. All right, that's going to chooch. You can turn that off. That pumping? That is pumping. All right, cool. So that should be pumping. Sooner or later, that'll start draining. And we're good to go. Oh, yeah, what is this? It's over 2. All right, so we're still blinking red. Well, whatever. On the silicates. 2.00. All right, let's take a look. While that's filling, this is where we're at. Boom. What week we're on? All right, so nitrates have dropped. Phosphates have climbed. TDSs have dropped. Silicates are still above 2.0. But you know, doesn't surprise me much. We've only done a 10% water change in the last week. We usually do like 40, 50%. So okay. So I did feed a little heavier this week too. So maybe, you know, that's contributing to the nitrates, obviously, or phosphates. But we'll let this go. I can just keep an eye on it. While that's happening, I'm going to put the lid on the remineralized water so it doesn't make a mess. We have not hit the overflow yet. I got my alarm in case it gets too high. Should start draining soon. About to fluff over here. I don't know if you can see this. Hang on.
Window Licker #5 said I can admit it. I was a Hulkamaniac
Oh
and
yeah.
went totally crazy when the 24-inch python slammed an over 7 foot 500-pound monster. Rip Hulkster.
Yeah. Hulkamania. That was like back in the day, man. Rowdy Piper.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Butt Andy.
Jimmy
if you want
Superfly
them to
Snooker.
be beamed to your location, Sir Richard might be able to kick my A's and send you a couple.
There you go. All right, this is starting to drain. There we go. Oh, still, whatever.
Daniel Velez said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Daniel. Thanks for being here. All right, it's draining, pumping, draining, filling, whatever you want to say. We'll let this go. Ow. Killing my back. While that's happening, let's do some fry. Check on some fry. I just got to turn this camera 180. We'll start with this one. Why not? We're right here. And I'm going to need to add some water to these tanks. They're getting a little low. This is tester
Big
here.
Steve's glass boxes said, what up, y'all?
What up, dude? Good morning. 288 on the TDS. All right, that's pretty good. I think if we add a jug of RO in there, we'll be golden. Speaking of that, let me clean out the test kits, and then we'll start dealing with mops. Anyway, look at how blue this silicate test came. Like, pretty sure the silicates are through the roof. Trying to get that under control. Cleaning up the test kits here.
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said a Foxy's Fishes. How was the BBQ?
The barbecue. Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Bionic Bigfoot said, good morning, Daniel Velez.
Hope it was a good time. The barbecuester. I heard Ep and Whip. Ed and Whip talking about it. Think they were driving down? Good times. All right, filling, draining. Okay, that's cleaned up. Oh yeah, I wanted to add some water.
Foxy's Fishes said the BBQ is this upcoming weekend, Eduardo.
Ah, hasn't happened yet. There you go. Eduardo's jumping the shark, man. Jumping the gun. Whatever. Any fry in here? No. 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 Alright, let me see what mop we're dealing with this week. It's blue. The next one's purple. Gotta take the purple mop out. Where's the purple mop? Here is the purple mop. I guess I should look for eggs in this one. Set this here for a sec. You rinse the purple mop out. Stick it back in the colony. I'm really having a hard time getting these Illuminatus to lay some eggs. I think it might be the tank. I think they're probably laying eggs, they're just not laying eggs in the mop. Could be me. I don't know. Maybe they need a better setup. Alright, let's see if I see any eggs in this mop.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, oh, that's why I heard nothing. It's this coming weekend. That's Laurie misinformed us all. I'm reporting her to the SPCA for incorrect information.
Don't blame her. It's probably you mishearing. Not listening, Eduardo. Alright, we're getting pretty full on this, so let me see if I can kick off. Pump. Yep, start draining. I am going to fill up this tank with some RO water. I still haven't even checked to see if there's any eggs in the mop. What I should do, jug back up. So we will hijack this, that over there. Make sure that that doesn't flow into that. There we go. Should be good. Okay. Double check. Cleared up a bunch of junk. Still not seeing anything swimming. Okay. I gotta put the mop on there. Through. Any eggs? It'd be nice if there were.
Bionic Bigfoot said, Andy, you're full of crap in the house.
I've been eating some baby brine pretty much every other day. I was tempted with setting up a second one and maybe feeding every day baby brine. You know, get another what are those? Is this breeder things? And that way every day I got baby brine to feed, but yeah, I think it's difficult. And I have started, instead of doing it every 36 hours, I started doing it in the mornings, every 2 days. Seem to get better hatch rates on the baby brine, so I might just keep doing that. Alright, that was that. Go
Master Aquatics.
up here.
Just call me Eduardo said, warning. Hit the like button or you two shall have a logged up toilet.
Yeah, there's a little baby. Definitely got some fry in here. What are you doing in there, little snail? Alright, we're taking the purple mops out. Did see at least, I know there's at least 2 in here. Yeah, that one's getting bigger. I don't know where that little dude went. Oh no. Battery's dead. Ugh. Throw this on the charger. My other...
Andy Carson said, "The plumbing started when my neighbour's sewer was dug up into the street last summer,
Oof.
blocking my flow."
Oof.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Crap."
Literally. It all flows downhill, man. Trust me, I know. I help make sure they're installed correctly. Oh, you can see that little dude right there. There's two little dudes. And there was a bigger dude back there, so we got at least three. While we're here,
Daniel Velez said the voice censored Bionic's chat.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bad boy then. We're gonna give these guys a little taste of powder. Do it down here too, just in case I missed any babies. I didn't change the mops yet, so purple mop comes out. Any last chance eggs to get out of there? Rinse, rinse, rinse.
Master Aquatics. "Just call me Eduardo" said, "Yes, Peplin and BBF, the word was pronounced creo instead of crap. That's Lord Jason controlling our free speech."
Okay. Alright. Creo. You're creo. Alright. Purple goes in. Wait, what am I doing? Did I pull that mop out? No, I didn't. It's still there. Okay. I was like, where the hell's the mop? Stuck in the back here. Purple goes in. This one comes out. See if there's any eggs. Visible eggs. To be fair, I haven't seen any eggs, but there's obviously fry in there, so. Sometimes I don't see them. Not seeing very many. Oh wait, is that one? There's an egg. At least one egg in here. Where there's one, there's
Window
probably more.
Liquor #5 said, "Did to speak to the glass people."
No, I haven't. But, this is where it comes in. I don't know if Jeff Kane's lurking anywhere, but a little while ago, Jeff Kane sent me a 3D print for an overflow box. And I was at my buddy's house last
"Just call
night.
me Eduardo" said, "Maybe if we say manure, it won't translate it to crap."
Yeah, maybe. But I was at my buddy's house last night, and he has gone in like the 3D printing like off the deep end, man. He's got at least 5 3D printers set up in his little like
Bionic Bigfoot
basement
said,
workshop he has going.
Crap.
And I was sitting there, I was like, yo, dude, I had this print that I've been looking at, and I haven't set up my printer. And he's like, well, give me the file. So I got the file, gave it to him, and he started printing it. Unfortunately, it was going to take too long to finish last night, so I didn't get to take it home with me. So I'll be down there in 3 weeks. And maybe we can test that out, see how that works. That'll be interesting. Stay tuned on that one. Like how this is going to overflow. There we go. Get over here. This needs some water too, but I don't think that jug is full yet. Takes about 10 minutes to fill that jug. It's only half, yeah.
Poplin Creek Aquatics said, "Us."
Us.
Dennis Christensen said, "I don't need mops. I saw my golden lyre-tail killie spawning in my BBA."
Nice. The BBA is good for stuff. This is the tank that I was putting the Paskai rainbow mops in. However, I started putting these mops outside in the tub. So I'm going to check this mop real quick, see if there's any eggs. That did not flow long enough. Hang on. Turn that up a little. Start that. I'm going to chug for a minute. But that's alright. Alright, I'm going to... So these are blue mops. So the purple needs to come out. There are some fry in this tank too. I'm not seeing any eggs in this mop. You can keep trying.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said BBA has been utilized for breeding. Lord Jason is now planning to sell BBA with good crap in it.
That's right. Alright. Take a look at this. There's only a red mop in here, huh? I guess we can pull that out. That would come out.
Bionic Bigfoot said my mops are full of BBA.
No, we're going to take this out. Well, my mops actually, they just get green hair algae in them, honestly. That's like the big thing. Alright, let's rinse this mop. But this is not a purple mop. So we got to put a purple mop in with the parents. Let this red mop dry out. That'll be next week. Yes, it's chugging, I hear it. It'll be done in a minute. There we go. You just shut off. Nope. This jug is almost full. Just gonna wet this purple mop. Stick it in the tank. Hopefully, I like the dark green. I put that mop in a... Jeez Louise, man. How long is this thing gonna chooch? Jeez, man. Alright, I put it in the container so we can take it outside. But, oh, I don't have my flashlight. I know there is fry in here. I can see them. Where's my phone? Turn this on. Flashlight. This flashlight's kind of weak, actually. Oops. There's 2 fry, I see. There's hopefully past guys. Tank's getting a little low in water. So we will add some water. What species of fish do we have here? These are Pseudomugal pascae. Those are Gertrude. Those are Luminatus, but there's currently no fry in there. Wait, hang on. These are Gertrudes. Luminatus down there,
Master
but
Aquatics.
haven't had anything spawn in a
Just
while.
call me Eduardo said good mortings to all the lurkers reading and listening,
These are...
but not chatting in chat. Thomas Hines, hundreds of fish.
Celebi, we'll get to the down there, but I'm going to add water to this tank. RO. There's 2 fry in there. And I need the RO jug. Here it is. It's topped off. Cool, cool, cool. Get away without using the funnel. Just want to test what the TDS is real quick. 319, so getting a little high. But I'm not really hatching in this tank at the moment, so I started taking all their mops, putting it outside in the tub I have set up for the summer. Good morning. If I fill this up too much, it starts going into the tank below it. And I stirred up a whole bunch of junk.
Killer Kitty 08 said good
Yo.
morning, everyone. Just
What's up, Killer Kitty?
downloaded Lowell's Egg Scatterer Catcher, going to start 3D printing it today.
Interesting.
It'll be my first attempt at gold longfin Danio babies.
That's interesting. And what is it? Lowell's Egg Scatterer. Interesting. Don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. I did see some, I don't know, it was a short I was watching that had an egg. It was 3D printed. The guy had, like, I think it was subwasser tang. It might have just been, what do you call it? Java moss.
Bionic Bigfoot said
But it
hello,
looked
Killer
cool.
Kitty 08.
Yeah, good morning, Killer Kitty.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, hi, Killer Kitty breeder. Nice to see you finally this year.
Yay. Okay, we're going to leave these guys alone. A little bit of this did overflow to the tank below, which is good because that needed to be filled up a little bit too. Let's go down here and look at these little dudes. This is my Celebes rainbows. My F2s is what I'm calling them. The stupid flashlight died on me. So now I'm down a light, a flashlight. Well, my other flashlight's upstairs in the bedroom. I should. I usually keep it down here, but I forget why it was in my pocket. And we can see those now. But there's quite a bit of fry in here. Some of them are getting pretty big. You have to start mixing them with the parents. Or, no, not with the parents. I have a colony of F2s that I'm working on. So I'd probably move them to the colony. Anyway, we need to get the purple mop out. And we need to check the other mop. But I've been taking, no, yes. Yeah, I get ahead of myself here. Purple mop's right here. So let's Java moss out of it. The reason there's all this Java moss in here is because originally I grabbed my Medaka rice fish.
3G said, did you say flashlight? Did you say flashlight or flashlight?
I plead the fifth.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Shall we be surprised to witness you presence on the next auction? Or will you be denying us your joints?
My joints? I was in the chat the last auction. I was just tired, man. Gets late, you know. I'm an old man. I gotta be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Window Licker #5 said, okay, I'm curious what to need a flashlight in the bedroom for. It sounds kinky Lowell.
Yeah, you never know. No, it was in I believe it was in my pocket, and I just emptied it out. All my stuff in my pockets and stuck it on the dresser. And it's been sitting there ever since. It was probably in my pocket because I was using it on the stream and forgot about it. So, unfortunately, nothing fun. Alright, purple mop is going to go in with the F1 colony. And I'm going to take the mop in the F1 colony. We're going to look for eggs. Back up there.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said Jason's getting old, probably checking for polyps. Bionic Bigfoot said, I wish I was 50.
So do I.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, here we thought you were just happy to see us in your bedroom. Window Licker #5 said my story sounds better.
Yeah, true. This is interesting. I don't really see any eggs in this mop, and I usually see eggs in this mop all the time.
WFL Aquatics said in Day House.
Good morning. Now there is some eggs. Not a bunch though. Alright, we'll put this away. Hopefully that shuts up in a second here. What did I do with my TDS meter? There it is.
Big Steve's Glass Boxes said, is that a flashlight in your pocket? Or are you happy to see me?
Exactly. This is 361 in the TDSs, so I'm getting a little up there. But you know, I try to keep it low for hatching purposes. The softer the water, I guess, the easier it is for the eggs to hatch. Okay, I think we might actually be at the end of this. So let's turn that off.
Bionic Bigfoot said, hello, Sebeliophile
Aha.
Aquatics.
That is what's happening. We are no longer pumping because we're real low. See if we can get the rest of this out. Let me, might work. That might not work. I'll just sit here for a second. I think we're done with the siphon overflow. Pumping out the last little bit. What's left in this container. This is the remineralized water. Use this. Once we do this for like a couple of weeks, I'm satisfied that we might actually start using a bigger container and do a bigger water volume change. Use the one that the salt water is currently in. That's pretty good. We're going to unplug this. We will let this pump out whatever's left in there. We will move this hose. Let's see what I got going on here instead of staring at. Whoops. I'm stepping on the thing. Come here, you! We gotta go this way. Wrapped up. This is where the water is getting pumped after it gets flowed out. Flowed out. That was a word.
Master Aquatics.
They're drains.
Just call me Eduardo, said Thomas Hine. Type. Speak so that Lord Jason can hear your very interesting questions live. Then he dries you up. Window liquor hash.
I will check the chat.
Thomas
Hang on.
Thought you might have had an anglefish stolen.
Anglefish. Did not have any fish stolen. Let me check chat. Alright, so now this is where I had the remineralized water. That's empty. This is now done. Pull this out of here. That water out. Stick this
Window
away.
liquor hash 5, said Angel.
Oh. Didn't have an angel stolen. I had one that was he's bloated. So he's not looking so good. Here, let me move this over here. So I can not get tangled up. This tank now pretty much done till next week. So I will close that lid, turn the light back on the auto, move this stuff out of the way.
Big Steve's glass boxes said about to tour Jesse from just one more fish place. Can't
Nice.
wait.
That is cool. So, let me get the rest of this water out of here. And then we'll go back to mops. That's good enough. Get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. Let's go here. Oi. I'm going to empty the rest of this. I should rinse this. Take some tap water. Whoa, spilling water.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said he might have said he lost a Pandagara. Not stolen, just he can't find it, because
Oh.
he's partially blind.
Where they like to hide, I don't know. Yeah. I used to have 8, but I could only count 7 every time I go in there and look, so either he's just hiding or something happened to him. Let's put the lid back on that. Now that we're here, let's finish with this. Now I did have a siphon overflow in this tank, and I was running like a whole system. This whole tank down here definitely needs some water. This is low. We didn't even check. We did check them up. We did swap this mop. So these are the Celebes. Like I said, these are my F2s. My F2 colony. I've been taking the mops from here and putting it in my outdoor tub. So let's do this. I have to start getting the mops out of the outdoor tub because there's all the mops that I keep putting in there and not taking out. Let's see. Any eggs? Yes, there are. Cool. There is quite a bit, actually. You guys can see down here, there's a bunch at the bottom. There's a bunch up in here. Cool, cool, cool. We'll stick them outside. Bada bing, bada boom. I need a purple mop. So let me... Oh yeah, I never checked chat, so hang on.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Daniel asked. Are you remineralizing RO water, Jason?
Yes, yes.
You won't be disappointed.
Good.
I have been doing that since the 80s with great results and no issues.
That's cool.
But I only keep 5 tanks.
Well, I'm only doing it on one at the moment, so... And I did not have any angels stolen. I had, no, nothing stolen. At least I don't know if it's been stolen. I only have 2 angelfish in my entire fish room. They were, I got them from Mike's Bulgarian Greens. And the one of them was pretty, like he has this, every once in a while he gets like, I don't know if it's bloated or what, or blocked up. He had like a extended intestines, which is not good. All right, so we're going to put that in there. I have the other 2 mops ready to go outside in the tub when I get there. Unfortunately, my camera won't reach or my headphones. So there's that. Let me move this. Let's go down here. Check on the fricatas. Fricata tank, it's low. I gotta add water to this. What?
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason did lose his mental virginity due to a powerful, strong woman he married.
Yes, there you go. All right, I'm going to take the purple mop out of here. I can definitely see that this is the fricata tank. The Studimigo fricatas. Usually have a bunch of these dudes in here. It's low water, so I will swap the mops, fill that up. I know there's fry in there because I can see them. And I will continue. The other thing we were talking about is actually moving the Madakas from inside to outside. So this is for fricatas are over here.
KJE Aquatics said, good morning, people.
What's up, Keith? Good morning. Let's grab this mop. Boy, this mop is, this cork is feeling it. Very swollen. Interesting. Oops, I just dropped a snail on the floor.
Whips World said, hiya, beautiful
Yo!
people. Let's get tanked.
There's an egg right there. Any more? These guys always breed for me. Pretty good. And they're pretty good about not eating theirs. There's another egg there. Put it in. And I see at least 2 fry right there. That about the snail that just got thrown on the ground, so you can go
Master
in that tank.
Aquatics.
Let's add.
Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. It is amazing you actually laugh at my silly comments. Makes me joyful. Hi, Huawei, says.
Okay then.
Foxy's Fishes said Hakuna Furcata. What a wonderful phrase. It
Hakuna
means no
Furcata.
worries for the rest of your days.
There you go. I gotta use this funnel because I can't get a jug in there to tip this over. Hopefully that 3D print works. That would be kind of cool. Just gonna need another one. I think if I did 1 more gallon between these 2 tanks, that would be great. So let me set up, fill this jug again. Now that's chooching. Get on to something else. All right.
Bionic Bigfoot said, Jason, you need a 50-foot powered
Jason.
USB cable to hook up your camera outside.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Should just film it. We were gonna, while that's filming, we're gonna go back over here. And we're gonna deal with this saltwater tank. Bear with me, people. Here, I'm gonna make you guys a little higher. Sorry. I really gotta get that other camera cord fixed. We can stop doing
Whips
this.
World said, Eduardo, good morning.
Good morning, Eduardo. Put this back together. Does this work? Ooh. It's having issues. Seen better days. They keep dropping them in fish tanks, so they, you know, electronics don't really like that too much. All right, let's move this to the side. Oops. Set you there. Set this back over here. Let's get into this. It's been a while. I'm gonna clean this. Disgusting. We gotta start changing water. So let me unplug the canister filter.
Master Aquatics,
turn
just
the
call me
backflow
Eduardo
off.
said, OMG. My ears just blew off. Thank you, Lord Jason.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to help.
Window Licker
Let's go over there.
#5 said, do you have an old phone? Maybe use that as a second camera.
Yeah, well, I have a camera. I just got to get the cord. I think I have a cord too. I just got to set it all up. Because all right, I was using this like powered
Bionic
USB
Bigfoot
cable.
said, good morning on in Whip's World.
Good morning in Whip's World. But I was using a powered USB cable because these are 4K cameras. And I had it set up for 4K. However, I don't stream in 4K, so it's kind of pointless. I should just go back to my normal cord and forget about the 4K. All right, we're going to clean this cyanobacteria off of the glass. Hopefully, use this. See what kind of state this tank is in. I was cutting down on the feedings in this tank quite a bit, and it was helping with this. But this tank has got issues. Lots of them. I got an aptasia problem. This is a saltwater tank.
Bionic Bigfoot said, yes, 1080, not 4K.
Right. So I don't need that powered USB cord. I just need an everyday USB cord. Which I believe I have one somewhere that's long enough.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said at SWFL Aquatics. How many electric blue rams do you have now? I want more.
Those would be cool. That's actually something I should get into. I used to love those. However, my water was not the best for them. But now that I'm doing the RO remineralizing, I don't think maybe we could work on that, you know? It doesn't have to be that way. Why is that all black? That doesn't look. Yeah, there's a aptasia problem in this tank. There's a vermitid snail problem in this tank. There's all sorts of problems in this tank. Obviously a cyanobacteria problem in this tank. I've often thought about just resetting everything, taking the
Bionic
fish out.
Bigfoot said yes you do for that long run of cable.
No, because this camera is on the same cable that I was talking about. This is just a regular old USB cable. And we're broadcasting in 1080 on this one. It's if you want to do 4K, you got to actually up the, what do you call it? You need like a cable that's powered so it can
KJE
boost the
Aquatics,
signal.
said Jason. I'll be down for the Foxlin wedding that Friday of the clash, so
Awesome.
I'll see you there.
Heck yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Be a good time. Yeah, it's getting close, huh? In like 2 months. 2 months to clash time. We're at the end. It's the end of September, so we'll let that chug. This is gonna chooch.
Foxy's Fishes said we bought a small group of lake in Ladanios a few months ago. We now have 1,004 lake in Ladanios.
Wow.
They are cute in cloud form.
That's cool. I'm gonna clean this sponge out of here while I can. Whoa. Thing is kind of choked up. It's my surface skimmer. Good as new. The other thing I gotta check on is the actual protein skimmer. This goes that way. Let's put this back together. Right? No. That's right. It goes this way. No, it was right the first time. Why won't you go in there? There we go.
Bionic Bigfoot said I do that with more than one camera on the steam.
I don't remember. Was it Andy Carson or was it? I don't remember. That was talking about 3D printing, designing magnetic. Instead of using suction cups, you make magnet, like a thing to hold magnets. That's a great idea. I gotta really get into that again. Fusion 360. Start plugging away. Designing that. Oh, I gotta set my printer up. That's all there is to it. All right, while we're sitting here, let's see if this is working. Probably could be better.
Andy Carson said, yeah, I brought that up.
Yes, it's a great idea. Still haven't done it. Alright, I don't want to put my mouth on this, but I'm going to have to put my mouth on this. Maybe not. Hang on. We could do this a different way. And we'll get a piece of tubing. And then I'm not putting my mouth on some disgusting things. Although I'm probably used to that. Sometimes this
Master
gets clogged.
Aquatics.
So I
Just
kinda...
call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Don't you use RO water to soften your hard heart?
I should. There's like an intake in here that's getting clogged up with all sorts of junk. It's like algae at the moment. Yee. So we should do this. There we go. Clear the line. And then this should work better. Protein skimmer. Got junk in it though, so it is working. Just slow. I mean, this has been running for 2 weeks and that's all it's got, clearly. Some help. Mmm. Salty. It's all back together. Back on there. This is a little hang on the back thingy. I got it at a swap. It actually works pretty well. What it is. Yeah.
Master Aquatics.
Serious
Just Call Me
now.
Eduardo said, by all means, chatters, hit the like button. So
By
that
all
Lord
means.
Jason can soften his heart and maybe show us some legs.
Well. Whoa. That's what happens when the suction cups get all crappy. They do that. Just fall off all the time. We're down pretty low in the water here, so that's as much as we're taking out.
Window Liquor #5 said, is the Amanene still in there?
No, I haven't seen the anemone in a long time. He went on a walkabout, and at one point he got sucked into that protein skimmer, and I think that was like the end of him. He came out of it, but he didn't come out of it whole. And then, yeah, I haven't seen him since. He was doing great too for a long, long time. I think maybe I slacked on feeding too much. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't feeding it enough. I don't know, man. But I have nobody to blame but myself. So, right now I'm just going to keep, I have 2 clownfish in here.
Thomas Hines said increased water flow and lower phosphates would assist with the cyanobacteria.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do have, let's say, a decent flow in there. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but I do have a canister filter that does flow pretty good. But no, maybe it's not enough. All right, let me get the salt water over here. Salt water. Oh, what am I stuck on? Stupid twist tie. Little cat in your twist ties. Little Lily, man. She loves to steal twist ties. They're like her favorite thing to play with. I don't know. Anytime there's a twist tie, she's like, give it to me. Give it to me. And then I usually find, she also does this thing where she likes to stick her toys in the dog water bowl. Or the water, well, it's not just for the dog, but in the water bowl. So I'll come down in the morning, we'll find like a plushie in the water bowl. Or whatever toy she has. Twist ties. Everything. Dirty little water kitty. Alright, what I do with the pump is right here. So let's choo-choo-looch. So this is a bigger trash can, basically. I think this is 40 gallons. No, probably not. 20, 30. But I think at some point, maybe when we get to we could use this for the remineralization. Or just get a second one. And then that 10-gallon trash can could go somewhere else. You can actually use it for a trash can. That'd be a shocker. Alright, we don't need the siphon, so I can unplug that.
Master Aquatics.
Let's plug this in.
Just Call Me Eduardo said, ah! That panda gara has been discovered in the belly of that black cat.
No.
Open heart surgery defined the missing panda gara fate.
Black cat. My little black cat. That's not the same. It's not Lily. Now you're talking about Montgomery Jones. Mr. Jones to you. We call him Monty. Call him Mont. A little monster. Montague. Lord Montague. The Count of Montenegro. He's got a lot of names. Like Lily, she got some names too. Lily of the Longshanks. Little Lil Patil.
Thomas Hines said, "It's been 14 years since I broke down my 90-gallon marine tank."
Well, yeah, it's never too late. Never too late. Set it back up.
KJE Aquatics said gatos are great.
Gatos, yes. He was upset because I was out with friends last night. I get on late. So he was all beside himself. He was hiding. Sulking. A little sulking kitty.
Cora Works said about to go battle a hornet's nest. Any advice?
Ooh. My advice would be do it at night.
My passion now.
Really? That's cool. Those are cool. My advice on doing hornets is do it at night, man. Because they're all in the nest at night. Kind of low key. Heard smoke goes wonders on them too. But and it depends on where the nest is, I guess. Alright, while this is filling up real quick, I'm going to run outside and stick this mop in the tub. So I'll be back in like a minute. Hang tight, folks.
That's lovely, that is.
Alright, back. I grabbed 2, 4, 5 mops from inside the tub. The yellow and the red ones. Pretty sure we're done with that. Here's the last gallon of RO, so let me fill up those fry tanks real quick while we're still filling this up.
Aquatic Moose said, "What's up, Pleco people?"
Yo, what's going on? Good morning then. Topping off some fry tanks with some RO. Doing a water change on the saltwater tank. Alright, cool. Those are now filled. Lids back on. bing, bada boom. That can go there. This can go there. I'm gonna fill this jug up one more time. We should be done with the jug. While it's filling up, rinse. Is this still flowing? What is going on here? Okay, it is. I'm gonna rinse out these mops. Covered in algae. The tub outside, man, it gets a lot of sun. Not too much. So I try to shade it. Shade it with a big piece of slate. I stick over half the, it covers half the tub, but it still gets a lot of sun. I put a bunch of guppy grass in there. That seems to be doing pretty good, but it's also getting a lot of sun. So I don't think it likes incredible amounts of sun. We're gonna let these mops dry out after I finish rinsing them. Try to get anything in them that's out. If there's any like weird insects, parasites, whatever, needs to dry out. All right, good. Whoops. Good enough. Here to dry. It's the red mops in the sun, the little plastic bead that I use to determine the color of the mop starts to fade. This one that's red is actually looking yellow now. Well, so that's that. And this is filling up slow. We're full chooch here, right? Pinched here. Should be, this is also higher up off the ground, so there's my cleaner shrimp. I haven't seen my clowns yet this morning. There's also 2 clowns and a dotty back. A bunch of snails. There's one of the clowns. Should have probably tested salinity.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said Thomas Hine has offered to get us all coffee. Place your order in chat.
Coffee, black. Hot. Where is it? It's over here. My depths unknown coffee mug. Coffee. Way to go. Ah, yeah, baby. Well, on occasion I will put creamer in my coffee. I really try not to drink anything that's got sugar in it, so I don't think that's good for you. 0.25 is what this tank, I'm putting in, salinity wise. Can I test it?
KG Aquatics said get some water hyacinths.
Yeah, that's not, actually I do have some that I got from Rico at like a clash like 2-3 years ago. I still have that's not a bad idea, dude. That was a great idea. Let me a little high, 2.7. Hopefully we thin that out a little. Good idea. I have some water hyacinths right over here. Never even thought about that.
Window Liquor #5 said Panama Jack in the coffee awesome creamer.
Kahlua. Florua. Here's some water hyacinths. A couple of them. Well, they're probably gonna. I gotta put them like in the shade because they'll get. They're probably not used to like direct sunlight. All right, I'll be right back.
Crazy 4 seahorses said, hey there, random cyano breeders. Bionic Bigfoot said the sound of silence.
All right, what was Eduardo crying about? It gotta be something. Anyway, I think those are water lettuce, not hyacinth, but very similar. Right? Actually, is there a difference? Yes, probably. But I don't know what it is. All right. And I managed to pull a whole bunch of algae out while I was in there. It's just green hair algae. In that tank, it's like a sprinkler system that I set up. Just water the plants that are out there. And it hits that tank, so, or the outdoor tub. So every day it kind of gets a little bit of a water flush, I guess. Fill up.
Master Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo said best results to get your yellow jackets to exit your life. Buy them a vacation ship tour in Alaska. That should help.
Yeah, maybe. Although, depends on where the nest is. If it's out somewhere in a tree on the property, I'd just leave it. Let them be, man. They actually not doing too much harm. They're actually pretty good for things. But obviously, if they're like next to your door, your house, you don't want that. You don't need that hassle.
Crazy 4 seahorses said currently, I only got 2 seahorses, sold the rest. Rebuilding the breeding rack and get rid of Gosh Thad ain't breeding.
That's cool. Where's my phone? There it is. Alright, I need to sit down for a minute here. Where we at? Oh, I did get single once. I gave birth a few weeks later to a hump on my forehead. I don't know if I told the story, but I got, me and my brother when we were kids, like young, my uncle to live on this tree line. Well, he used to live like on his backyard was butt up against like a farmer's field. And on the other side of the farmer's field was a tree line. And the other side of that tree line was a driving range for a golf course. Right? So me and my brother, we used to go hunt golf balls as kids. Like we had a little 5-gallon bucket.
WFL Aquatics said just pulled orange Venezuela Cory eggs.
Nice. That's cool. That was really cool. That's nice. Anyway, so we would go into the tree line and we'd start hunting little golf balls. And then we got in this one part in the tree line where it was like so thick we had to like crawl in like between the trees and the branches and stuff. And there were all these golf balls in there. We're like, this is the mother lode. And we're down there, and all of a sudden I feel like this bite in like the center of my palm. I look, and there's a bee sitting there like wiggling because it's still stuck with its stinger in my palm. And I was like, oh my God, I got stung. I look over at my brother, and his foot on the ground came this cloud of bees, and they were swarming us. Oh my God. And it took us like 5 minutes to get out of that area, and we were just getting stung. We were running back. We finally get out of there, running across the field. We're crying and laughing at it was the weirdest thing. I remember crying because we're getting stung so much, but we're laughing because it was just insane. And we finally get back to my uncle's house. My uncle's at work. My aunt was watching us at the time. She's losing her mind because we got stung like a. She had a strip down there in her backyard. There were bees in her socks. There were bees in her underwear. Oh my God. So she threw us in a bathtub. Put a bunch of meat tenderizer in there. I don't know why. I guess to loosen the skin. And I just remember sitting in that bathtub with my brother, and the drain on the bathtub, there was just nothing but bee stingers that you could just see like mulm on the drain. And then after we got out of the bathtub, I swear, like, I was sitting in the recliner, and I felt like I was levitating to the ceiling. I was like, I must have been high on bee stings, man. From that moment on, I've never feared a bee. I'm like, yeah, you ain't got nothing, man.
Master Aquatics. Just call me
That's my bee
Eduardo,
story.
said Lord Jason. You were both lucky that your only effect was a height issues.
Yeah, if we were allergic, any of us, we would have been long dead. It wouldn't have lasted very long. Yeah, we got stung like, dude, couldn't even tell you. Still remember all those bees like pulling off my shoes and my socks.
Thomas Hines said, imagine being in Texas with fire ants all around, and telling your 6-year-old brother he was covered in them and was going to die.
Oh my
Mom
God.
didn't take to that joke well.
I bet not. Yeah. No, I could deal without fire ants, that's for sure. Thank God they don't come out this way. I think the winter kind of kills them off. Oh, man. 2 years in a row, I had yellow jackets build nests inside my doorway, on my back door, between the storm door and the main door. That sucks.
Barbara
They never bothered me
Jackson
going
said,
in
good
and out that
morning,
way.
Jason and everyone.
Good morning, Barbara Jackson. Thanks for being here. Oh. Man, this is really going slow, this pump. Alright, so we can do something else while this is filling up. What I should do is set that up. Can I set this up without making a huge mess? Maybe we can do it over here in this corner. Do that. Set that there.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said fire ants are my most hated creature on earth. Besides idiots, of course.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. Okay, let's extend these prongs down a little. Alright, that should sit there, and hopefully if that gets too full, it'll start beeping an alarm at me. But while that's working, let's go over here, because this tank I need to deal with. Whoa. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. Go to the Medaka racefish tank, which is low. I need to
Bionic
top this
Bigfoot
off.
said, good morning, Barbara Jackson.
A lot of algae in here. I did put, oh yeah, that's right, I put a mop in here last week. I forgot about that. Let's see if we got anything in here. This can go in the tub outside too. Maybe we get some Medakas. I was using that scratch pad thingy, but I wasn't seeing any eggs on that either. So maybe using a mop they like better. I don't know. The way I always got these guys to breed is I would pull the adults out of the tank, and then in like a week or two, usually like 2 weeks, I would get fry in the tank I pulled them from. Not seeing any eggs in here. So, should put those in the tub outside anyway, just in case. This tank needs some attention. So we need to fill it up. Should probably clean this algae first. Let's put that in there. I have another one of these trays floating around somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. I bought these at like a
Window
Target.
Liquor
These things weren't
#5 said,
great.
wow, now that's a little evaporation.
just a bit. A little evaporation and a lot of neglect. Here's some bala sharks. Here's my pleco. Sailfin pleco. Pull some algae out of this tank. Wow. And there's rainbow shark. That.
CR Pish Cheryl Smith said good morning, Jason and chat.
Good
Can't
morning.
believe I slept in so late.
It's good. I wish I could sleep in late. If I don't get up at like 5:30 in the morning, if I'm not up by 5:30 in the morning, there were cats standing on me.
Barbara Jackson said, wow, that's a chunk of a pleco.
Yeah, he's a big dude, huh? I rescued that dude from a coworker of mine. He had him in a 15-gallon tall tank. I'm like, yo, that's like, he couldn't even turn around. I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, you gotta do something about this. He was gonna give it to a fish store. I'm like, you know what? I got room. At the time, I had a 55, and I threw him in that 55, and for a week straight, he did nothing but swim back and forth. He was like, that guy can move. Swim. And he fired up. He gets like red. Like a golden, not even red. It was like kind of like a, not a golden, but it was definitely like a hue of red. It was cool. And then he's the boss of that tank, man. Anybody gets in his way, he starts chasing them. The bala sharks, they don't mess with him anymore. You let them know straight out, like, yo, I'm the one that's in charge here. He's cool.
Thomas Hines said, I lost 22 pounds, so I'm thinking of getting a 40 breeder tank as a reward.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah, that's not nothing. Been trying to do the old exercise thing a little bit more. Been doing a lot of walking. The wife. In the parks. Walking around. Catching Pokemons. Good time. Walking like 35 miles, 40 miles a week. Usually like 4 or 5 miles a day. I'm trying. It's been hard with the thunderstorms and stuff, but good, man. Gotta keep moving. Tank is covered in algae. Think about this hair algae, man. It like grows pretty dense.
Master Aquatics.
It comes off in
Just
these
call
big
me
like
Eduardo,
clumps.
said Lord Jason. This is my last week of summer vacation.
Oh
I
man.
am needing another month.
Heck yeah.
Can you call the school district and notify them of the earth hole popping up on our physical school?
Sinkhole. Yeah. Gotta watch out
Barbara
for those.
Jackson said, wonder if there's eggs in the algae.
There probably is. Now that you said that. I think that's just sand. Pump is grinding. But this Anubius, or not Anubius, the Crips in here are doing great. I don't know if you can see how fluffy that is. Got these from Crip Keeper. Threw them in here. I should throw more in here, actually. Not a bad idea, because I have those that I had in quarantine that I got from the co-op that I was trying to like kind of bounce back a little. We might do that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna let that grind a minute. I'm just trying to pull off whatever I can see that's chunky goodness. Grows like a carpet, man. I can get the green hair algae to carpet. because it's light. I don't know if you can see the light here. It's like it's a Kessel knockoff. I got it pretty far above the tank, but probably needs to be a little bit higher or less of a timer. But it does well for the, I don't know if you can see these crisps, but they're looking pretty freaking good. Probably fertilize this tank too. I'm going to clean this sponge filter because it's looking like a mess. Got a hair algae on it. But there was just a sponge filter in here, and then I threw the hang on the back. It was like an added, let's get some flow. It works. But it's one of those aqua clears, and honestly, people always rave about these aqua clears. I always have problems with this one. It always clogs up, stops working. Maybe it's just me. Alright, that's good on the algae. Get that dead leaf out of there. We'll clean that filter. And we'll add these plants. Algae in here. Oh, this is filled. Cool. Can put the RO jug away. Let the rest of it fill up. Reservoir. And that's the sponge. Yeah, I should put the, well, I put too many plants. See, I think that's part of the problem, is I got a lot of places for them to lay eggs other than the mop. So, if I really wanted it, I'd probably keep them in a bare tank. And just like sand on the bottom. Plus, the cories in here, there are pygmy cories and I think they're bronze or emerald cories. The ones I got from Patty. They're probably eating any eggs they can find too. Man, this thing is choked up. Still coming black. This black-beard algae growing on it. I did have a big problem in this tank in the beginning when, because I used that, what is it, dragon wood? I don't remember what they called it, but it was, I guess it's a pretty soft wood, because it was, first of all, there were tannins in the water like crazy for like a year, and then the wood started like falling apart every time I touched it.
Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Those are some chunky cories.
Yeah.
What are you feeding them? Your wife's vegan snacks?
No. Definitely not vegan. Oops. I can go in there. All right, let's address this. Let's clean this out. Get this algae over the off the overflow. Get this gunk off of here. I should pay attention to what the saltwater tank's doing. Okay, that starts to overflow. Take a look. Nope. Still got a little way to go.
Barbara Jackson said I have about 6 AquaClear filters, and at least 2 give me issues.
Yeah, that's the thing about them. They're great because you can stick all sorts of media in there and whatever you want. But at the end of the day, man, I got rid of a bunch of mine because every time like there'd be a power fluctuation or whatever, they would just stop working. I come home to.
Thomas Hine said, what brand of sea salt do you use?
Hang on, I can't quite see the thing where I'm at. I'll tell you in a sec. It's the Reef Crystals. What is it? gotta spin this around, I can't see it. Oh. Instant Ocean reef crystals. I started doing, well, there was a point back in the old pandemic times. I was using just a regular old Instant Ocean, whatever, salt, the purple stuff. And then that got real expensive. But the reef crystals stayed like relatively cheap, and it's really not that much. I guess there's extra calcium or whatever in the reef crystals. So I just switched to that. I've been using it ever since.
Congratulations, Window Liquor #5 on the membership milestone.
Heck yeah, buddy.
Window Liquor #5 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 22 months.
Heck yeah, man. We're coming on 2 years. That's awesome. Have to make sure we have a 2-year badge, people. I'm not sure if I ever set that up because I wasn't sure I'd ever get to 2 years. In hindsight, that was dumb. Alright, we are going to put this back. Basically have just a standard aqua clear sponge, and then I use this little fine filter sponge. Take this algae up here. I thought I rinsed this. Algae. But yeah, there was a problem with the,
Thank you, Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo.
Oh, Edward.
Very much for the 20 gifted memberships.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We use that money here to fuel some giveaways. It's been a while since we did a giveaway. We're gonna have to. I don't know if we're gonna get to it today, but I gotta think about what to do giveaways on.
Thank you, Window Liquor #5 for the CA $27.
Right on, buddy.
1990 AD Super Chat. You rock.
Thanks, man.
Window Liquor #5 said. Crazy 4 Seahorses said, oh, Eduardo.
Oh, Eduardo. Look at this. All the Southwest Florida Aquatics. All right. Chris's Aquazone. Victor C. Right on. Robert Reed. All the cool people. Cheryl Smith.
Window Liquor #5 said, let's make walk the plank.
Yeah. Kara C. Color Guppies. Talked to Color Guppies the other day. He's moving to Pennsylvania. Got a job. I guess he's working for Amazon again. All right. Let's get. We will do walk the plank one of these days. We gotta get a good giveaway, man. We've done the aquarium co-op.
Andy Carson said, we love money bags. Eduardo.
Oh, do I need the step ladder for this? I hope not. I have these plants that I've been rehabbing. There is duckweed all in this tank. How did we get duckweed in here? Oh my god. Oh my god. Came in with these plants. It had to have. Oh my god. This is not cool. This is not cool. Tank is infested. I have to burn it to the ground. I'm going to take all the plants I have in here. They're still in their little cups. There's Anubias. More Anubias. There's more Anubias. Some Crips. Here's some more Crips. Man.
Thomas Hines said duckweed is fine. It's a plant.
No. You have no idea how long I've tried to keep duckweed out of all my tanks. Now it's on me.
Thank you, Barbara Jackson, for the $9.99 USD Super Chat.
Awesome.
Rock, Barbara Jackson said, for the walk the plank fine.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. What time it is. We might have time today. I was thinking about doing Dustin's fish tanks too, because he has some good plants. I never really had a problem with anything he sold me. Aquarium Co-op, I always have issues with, not to like bashing them or anything, but their stuff takes forever to get to me. Last time, even after they moved to Kentucky, it took a week. And it was like 95 degrees out the entire week, and all my Crips came in like pretty much melted to nothing. So that was upsetting. not happy about that. So I had him in this like rehab tank ever since. And apparently there was duckweed somewhere. Because now the whole tank's got duckweed on it. I have to burn the tank to the ground. I keep duckweed in one tank. In one tank alone. And it works out pretty well. And I've managed to keep it that way for 4 years now? 5 years? And people keep trying to infect me. Cough, John McKenzie. Cough. And others, apparently. But I've been diligent. Apparently I slacked on this one. Now I'm paying the consequences. The horror. The horror. Oh, the duckweed horror. I can't. Oh. Alright. I'm going to take these crypts out of these little mesh bags, or whatever pots. Out of the rock wool. Pain in the ass stuff is. Especially when it starts growing all throughout the roots. Very hard to separate it. Gotta be a better way. This is good for the plants though. Rock really doesn't hurt anything in the tank. It becomes a mess. Alright, we'll deal with this first. Give it some extra rinse and make sure there's no duckweed. Okay, I don't even remember what crypts these are. But I feel like we need some right up here in the front.
Barbara Jackson said I've given up on getting rid of duckweed. I just feed handfuls of it to my 2 huge goldfish.
That's what I do. I put the,
helps.
it does help. My tank that I do have the duckweed in it, when it starts getting a little over full, I just take scoops of handfuls of it and put it in the goldfish tank. Goldfish love it. So do the, I have Gara rufas in there, and they seem to love it too, honestly.
Thank you, Master Aquatics.
Uh-oh.
Just call me Eduardo for the $22.01 USD super chat. You rock.
Right on, buddy.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, so just so that Barbara gets her wish.
Nice. Well, I think we're going to have to do something now. Let me finish these plants and then we'll work on that. I'm not even sure what time it is, but let's get some of this rock wool off of this. Off of these roots. I might just put the crypts in here and then put the Anubias somewhere else. I should put the Anubias in with the rainbows. That tank needs some more plants too. About as good as that's gonna get. Oh, let's see. See what time it
Master
is.
Aquatics.
All right, we got
Just
time.
call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. All males must walk the plank wearing only a thong.
Good luck with that. Stuff.
Window Liquor #5 said it's still early, it's only 11.
Yeah, it is. Good. That means we got a lot done already today. Oh, we better make sure enough. Okay, we're not overfilling that tank. I think I got one more crypt to throw in here. I put it in the front. We can top this tank off, I guess. It's pretty low. Alright, let's do the crypt. This crypt is looking sad. This is the one that got hit the hardest, I think. In the shipping. I mean, a week from Kentucky, man. It does. I mean, it's a long time. It used to, when we were out in Washington State, it would take a week. It's actually split into 2 crypts. 3 crypts. Oh, that's dead. Nope, that one died. Broke the stem off it. And maybe I'll save the roots. See what happens. Come back with just roots, that'd be cool. This one was, yeah. This is what's left. And this stem just broke off that one.
Crazy 4 Seahorses said it's 1659 for me.
1659. Gonna bury those roots, see what happens. Get this Blackbeard out of
KJE
here.
Aquatics said I can donate KJE merch for the giveaway if you want Jason.
Sure. Why not? Let me know. Alright, I think we're good on the Nubius. Let's fill this tank up and get that filter going. Then we'll do the we'll do a water change on the other tank and then we'll put plants in it. The rainbow fish tank.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason.
Eduardo.
It is the last weekend of July 2025.
You ain't
So
wrong.
thong-wearing plank walkers. Andy Carson goes first.
There you
Barbara's
go.
request.
Walk the plank. Just gonna sprinkle a little potassium in here. That's what I always seem to be lacking in my tanks. At least from my opinion. That should be good. All right. Water's flowing. Stuff is chooching. Let us dump this rock wool in the trash. Let me move this Anubius, this tray. Let me get this stuff out of the drain. Okay.
Andy Carson said, Eduardo, you're not going to hold my hand on the plank. We can skip.
Right. Skip to the end. All right. Let's calling this done. All right. Gotta do something about this hard water stains one of these days. Let's put that lid back on there. All right, we're chooching. We got new plants all in front here, there, and there. Hopefully that helps. I think they should do good in here. The other crypts are doing great, so let's see.
KJE Aquatics said draw a winner and contact me and they can choose something on my website regarding merch.
All right, that's cool. Well, I will do that. Sweet. Thank you very much. All right, this tank is my rainbows. The 33 long. This always has a ton of mulm in here.
Barbara Jackson
I
said
should
looks
get-
great.
Thanks. We're getting a little full in this one. not quite topped off, so it's getting there. Let me move this pump to where the low point is, so we use all the extra water we can. Yeah. This is no longer working. That to work. There we go. It's going to be done soon.
Barbara Jackson said, what size is that tank?
It's a 33 long. Basically the same footprint as a 55, but half the size. Probably a quarter of the size. Well,
Crazy Four Seahorses said you missed a spot.
yeah, I'm sure I did. That tank, yes, definitely missed a spot. Alright, let's do some water changing, suck out some of this mulm. Yeah, this tank gets like, I mean, these rainbow fish are dirty fish, man. And the only thing I have in here is a sponge filter, 2 sponge filters, so I don't think it's keeping up with the bio load, honestly. I should put a hang on the back or a canister on this tank. There is a power head in here, but I think that gets clogged up real quick too. I'm not actually sure it's even working. Holy cow. Just realized there's nothing but mulm on the top of that. Look at this.
Window Licker #5 said new Earworm Jaws theme song. It's Shark Week after all.
Is it?
Here,
Nice.
fishy fishy.
Shark Week. Shark Week. Bum 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 bum. I always think about that Quint's speech. We delivered the bomb. Alright, let's go to this side. Try and get some of this. There are 2 L330 397s in here? 397s. Bunch of rainbows. Of different types. There are Bozeman eyes.
Window Licker #5
Allen eyes.
said, smile you son of bitch. Boom!
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Allen eyes. Bozeman eyes. I think, well, there was some I got from, that were Iranian Jayas.
Barbara Jackson said I couldn't
Iranian
figure
Jayas.
out half of whatever Quint was saying at any time.
I was hearing something, I watched an interview with Steven Spielberg about how when they were filming that scene originally, he gave the go-ahead for, what's the actor's name? Robert something? Can't remember. Quint. And he got like drunk. I guess they gave him the okay to drink, and he got so hammered he couldn't even stand for the first take, so they had to like come back and do it another day. It's kind of funny. All right, let me unplug this power head. I need to clean it. It's clogged. Come on now. There we go. This thing gets clogged up so quick. That's the other problem too. I really got to get a hang on back on this. There is a, get this line off of there. Let's get these pliers off of there. I believe we can pull this whole, yep, shebang out. Put that there. We clean all this gunk. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over here, but this is all the stuff that was stuck in the filter. There for now. And this is why it doesn't get any flow, because obviously you can't push any water. It's not going to work. I hear that pump over there starting to chooch, so I think we're done with that water change on the salt water.
Thomas Hines said Robert Shaw, who played Quinn in
Robert
Jaws,
Shaw, that was it.
struggled while at alcoholisms in real life.
Yep, yep.
He really liked the stuff.
Apparently. Robert Shaw, that's it. Couldn't remember that name. But epic scene, man. 2,300 men went in the water. 320 some came out. Sharks took the rest.
Here comes the rain.
Oh no!
Again, falling on my head like a memory.
The alarm's going off.
Falling on my head like a new emotion.
It's a horrible moment. Fishymon's singing, alarms are going off. Alright! Stop. Anyway, we're done with this. There's no more chooch coming out of that. So let's unplug. Let's put that away. We'll let that water change in the other tank real quick. I don't even think there's enough salt water in here to work. Use for the brackish. That text from. Alright, let me put this back in here. Let's get this salt water out the way. Let's plug the filter back in. I can turn that back on. Plug it back in. Okay, we should have flow. Yep. Cool. Alright, everything's working. Saltwater tank's working. Water has been changed. We're approaching 50% on this one. Well, what did I do with that tray? Let me get that tray. Got two trays. Hang on. What did I do with the tray with all the plants? Here it is. I'm going to have to take these out of the rock wool anyway, so I'm just going to set this here for now. I think I should clean these sponge filters while I'm sitting here. And they're sitting there full of junk. That mold. It's still changeable. We can keep going on that. It's not the end of the world. Not yet. So much junk in these filters. I gotta really keep up on this. I should get a hang on the back maybe on this tank. Probably help a lot. I was using on my 75, one that we did the remineralization on. I have one of those Seachem titles. It's called. Pretty good filter, man. I actually kind of like it. I know people don't like that surface skimmer part of it. But that's just an indicator like, hey, the water's getting low. For me, anyway. So I don't really have a problem with that too much. I like the fact that it self-primes, right? Even after the power goes out, the power kicks back on. Not an issue. Oh, I spooked a C397 in the cave there. And there's one underneath here. Whoops. Cool. Dig it. Alright, we're getting a little low on water here, so we're gonna stop this water change. Clean out this hose.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said if you want to walk the plank in a thong, hit the like button. Barbara's request. Thank you.
Mankini, man. It's the only way I'm doing it. Alright, let me dry off the hands real quick. Man, time is running out. Alright. The other. 11:14. We got a little bit of time yet. We'll get these plants in there. We'll fill this tank up, and then we'll walk the plank. Sounds like a plan to me.
Crazy Four Seahorses said 50% water change.
Like that.
Looks almost like 70%.
Well, maybe. Me, I think 50%. Well, the tank's it's a little lower over here, so you gotta remember the substrate's taking up I guess maybe that would be a little bit. Yeah, you might be right. Might be right. All right, what am I doing? I gotta do this much. This is the fine sponge filter. The other one's a coarse one from Co-op. This one is, I think I got this one from KGE actually. We're going to put the Anubis in this tank. So I got to get them out of their rock wool graves. Back together. Put this in there. Oh. Alright. That's back together.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Do you have that foot-deep substrate for someone's burial site?
Right. Loves me a thick substrate.
Andy Carson said, I'm curious if anyone else has been having their chat resetting multiple times today. I've had to re-enter messages I'm typing several times.
Really? Interesting. I noticed like chat, like for me, it keeps always swapping back to top chat instead of just all. And I don't know why. And it just resets itself like automatically. I was actually watching it and it just like when it was like a refresh. And then it goes to top chat, which is kind of annoying. Because I don't know why YouTube wants to decide what messages I see first when I just want to see what everybody's saying, right? It's kind of annoying. All right, let's I'm gonna bust these out of their rock wool. One. Cages first. That's two.
Window Licker #5 said no problems on my side today.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it might be a connection or it sounds like maybe a connection issue. I don't know. I don't know. All right. We are this rock wool. Run some water here.
Window Licker #5 said, but it's early LOL.
It is early. One. Rock wool. Some of this rock wool, man, is like really in there. I'm afraid to rip some roots apart getting at this. This Anubis is actually 2 plants. That's kind of cool. It wasn't 2 plants before, it's 2 plants now. These roots are actually pretty good, man. I can't complain about that. The only thing I really complain about is the shipping. It takes forever for some reason. And I don't know if that's entirely their fault, but I think they switched to, they were using USPS, then they switched
Andy
to
Carson
UPS.
said thanks for feedback. After the stream, I'll reboot my router.
Router. That's your problem right there, using a router, not a router. Sarcasm. Man, this one is really, this rock wool is dense. There's only one. Rotor. I don't know why that's in my head now. At least it's better than the never-ending story.
Thomas Hines said all that running water and the coffee stimulated my bladder off to pee.
There you go. You're here to keep you regular, man. Oh, just killing my back there.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Barbara's is creating the 2026 Walk the Plank calendar. Thus thong-wearing theme.
There you go.
Barbara Jackson said, when Coop was shipping out of Washington, mine came in like 3 days. I'm in California.
Really? Yeah, see?
Now it's like a week.
Yeah, that stinks.
KJE Aquatics said you used to get my packages next day. I bet low.
Yeah, yours came quick, Keith. No problems there. Oh my god, this rock wool is everywhere. This is taking a hot minute. Wow, this one's like so dense in here. This has got some serious roots. Not complaining about that, but man, this rock wool does not want to budge. We're getting it.
Barbara Jackson said, oh yeah, secretly, Eduardo. Oops, out of the bag now.
You gave up the game, Eduardo. And this rock wool is more rock than wool. That's all I gotta say. One more. I'm hoping this is the worst one because this one was hard. Yeah, this one looks easy. Cool. Just don't want to rip the roots apart, you know what I mean? It's kind of the opposite of beneficial. Detrimental. That's good. Good. We're good. Let's grab all these plants. Something's beeping. It's probably the temp sensor. Oh, my back. on. Alarms are going off. Alright, that's good. Which alarm is going off?
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said Andy is first, due to his alphabetical package. Final two are Whips and Window #5 Barbara's request.
Okay. Let's do this. Oh. Need some coffee. Need some coffee. Never-ending story. Ah. All right. Plants. Anubias. I got as much rock wool out of this as I think I can. So, you're not, you don't bury the rhizome on these, but the roots can definitely be buried. Stuff that down there. What I like to do is I like to bury it, like including a little bit of the rhizome, and then just pull it out a hair. Rhizome is sticking out of the ground. Good as that one's gonna get. I think I got cophifolia. Bury it. Lift it. Pretty good for me when I do that. More in this corner. Got little fishies. Two more. It's right there. I had some dwarf sage I put in this tank, but it did not do well at all. There was a little bit still struggling over there, but I don't know. I'm gonna put this one in this corner. No. Right, that's all of them. Let's fill it up. Oof. My head. And I took cuttings from my other Anubias that was in my Celebi, or not, my Gertrude tank. And it was going great in that tank, and then I cut it up, and ever since then,
Just
both
call me
those plants.
Eduardo, said Andy. I know thus and spoiled it for those that didn't know.
But yeah, this Anubias that I put in there, like the one that had the mole on it, been struggling in both tanks ever since I did the cuttings. Maybe I cut too deep. I don't know. Let's see. Like this one, you can see. Leaves just started getting a lot of holes in it. This is a green spot algae all over this. Like this. You see all those holes? It's ridiculous. There is some new growth. I guess that's encouraging. I should just let it go. Here is that dwarf sage that's been really struggling. I don't even know if that can survive. We'll see. Hopefully it does. You should put a little. I don't know. I have this aquarium co-op like Easy Green, and I'm not sure if they're just lacking nutrients or what. So maybe we just Put a couple squirts in there. Does this feel like it's not squirting? There we go. Oh my god. I'll top this off. I'm ready. I had to take the fun out of it. I'm ready. Nice. Oh, I gotta plug that power head back in. Get back over here. Get the cord. Good little power head, but it's choked
Master
up.
Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said now I'll have to wear my Solarian thong.
There we go. Going the right way. Sometimes these power heads, I like to start. Yeah, there we go. Impeller starts spinning backwards sometimes, so instead of it goes from suck to blow or blow to suck, I guess. Gone from suck to blow. Uh-oh. 11:30, lights are turning off. Sign. It's pretty full. We're just gonna let that go. Well, not done. Well, I'm sitting here with this hose. Anything that needs to be topped off that I can see. Duckweed tank now. Ugh. Top off this. This is the other rimless tank that I don't have a lid on, and it gets a lot of evaporation when I don't have a lid on these tanks. All right. Hose away. Hose away. Getting to the point where we're gonna have to change the carbon black filters too again on the setup here. It's apparently last time we changed it was in February. So where are we going on? 6 months? Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. And if anybody doesn't know, I have
Barbara Jackson said, fresh coffee time.
Yes. Anyway, I have a carbon black filter and sediment filters on the whole house. And then on that fill tube, I also have a separate carbon black filter. So, and the only thing that's in my tap water as far as that stuff goes is chlorine. I don't use chloramines. All right, let's find here. Go here. You know what? Let's go over here. We'll look at the. We're setting up for the stream. With a, what do you call it? Walk the plank. My flounders are out. So let's. I can see 3 of them right here. Hang on, let me see what you're looking at. Make sure this is a good angle. Good angle of the dangle. Yeah, not bad. Okay, point them out to you. Put this over here first. Right here is 1. Right there is 2. You can see that dude. And right here is some eyeballs and a lip. 3. Yesterday all 4 were out because I fed them. We feed them again. Not sure where number 4 is. These dudes are, yeah. I like these guys. See how the worms are looking today. That's one thing I'm gonna have to do real soon is refresh this worm colony. Is You know, you gotta change out the substrate every once in a while. Or it gets real funky. Funky Cole Medina. I could do black worms on them. Probably a better idea. Let me get because I just fed the white worms yesterday, so it takes them a little while to build back up on the whatever that stuff is. I can't remember. Plastic mesh. Plenty of black worms. Holy cow. Cool. Let's do these real quick. Never ending story. Danny Roxanne. Sink to the bottom. I just keep rinsing them till they're clean. Pretty dirty, these little worms. Like to hang out, cling to things.
Bionic Bigfoot said, let's walk the plank.
We're getting there, man. We're gonna walk the plank while I'm gonna set up for that while the Founder's Feast. Drop some of them in those, well, sky worms. We'll walk the plank. I think I was gonna take a look at Dustin's fish tanks real quick because I think I might get some more plants from him, and then we will. KJ has offered something from his website. Much appreciated. So. Dustin's fish tanks, I think, is what we're gonna do. Gift card, do $50. I'm assuming he has gift cards. It'd be a real pain in the ass if he didn't. But we can work around it. Just gotta give me
Andy
another
Carlson
minute.
said, how big will those flounder get?
I think in the wild they might get to like the size of your palm, maybe like a smaller than your palm, your hand. But in captivity, they're probably not going to get much bigger than. I've had
Master
them for a few years now.
Aquatics.
It's about
Just Call Me Eduardo said, now if Peplin walks the blank in his white thong, only Foxy is allowed to watch his strutting walk. We all shall close our eyes.
How are you going to know who's looking if your eyes are closed? I think Eduardo just doesn't want to see us watching. Or see him watching, I mean. Alright, when we're rinsing these guys, we should be good.
Thomas Hines said, I think this voice is a little overdramatic at times.
You think?
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, you're daydreaming out loud again, Eduardo.
Yeah.
Well.
Yes, the bot tends to get extra excited at points in time, especially when Eduardo's talking. Yeah, he has some sort of magic over that bot. He gets her all worked up. Alright, I think we're good on this. Worms. As good as it's gonna get.
Bionic Bigfoot said in Blinded by the Light.
Blinded by the light. What is this? This is for the... Yeah. Black worms have been cleaned. Take this turkey baster. I'll spread them all over. That's all of them. Just a hair. See more in the tank. Alright, let's put some water back in here. Let's put this back over here. Alright. That's that.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason, you think? I mean, you believe peeps in chat actually laugh at my sexualness on your stream.
I don't know, man. I think you're alright. But let's get coffee. Let's
Peplin
get
Creek
set up.
Aquatics said LOL, it's on backwards, but it will be fine.
Alright, can we see what's happening here? No, because we're out of focus. Alright, hang on. Let's get that in focus.
Andy Carson said, Jason, can you get the camera to refocus on the tank?
Yep. Oh, already on it. Focus. Oh, hang on. Turn the autofocus off. Oops. Too much. Yeah, that's pretty good. Zoom. Too much. Alright, I think that's as good as we're getting at the moment. We can clearly see the flounders. At least 3 of them right there. They sense the food in the water. Alright. Let us set up. What do I need to do? Keyword. Viewers, channel members, regulars, moderators, everybody. Yep. All right. Let's do hashtag.
Master
Make you work for
Aquatics.
it.
Just call me Eduardo, said the flounders have grown 5 times from the last time I saw them.
Hear my jaw crack, Jesus. All right, here we go. Me hashtag. Yeah, we'll do that. Hashtag.
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said title should be Thongplank Wackle King here.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Window liquor.
Let's make it easy.
#5 said I just got a flashback of an old dude in his 70s and was wearing just a Crown Royal bag in a crowed. The bag was over full.
Oof.
LOLs.
Oof. All right, hashtag easy, people. Doing $50 gift away to Dustin's Fish Tanks. Let's go to his website for a moment here. Dustin's Fish Tanks site. Glass stairs. All right.
Andy Carson said I'm ready. Who's skipping with me?
Do it! We'll let that populate for a hot minute here. Already got a nice list going. Cool, cool, cool. And don't forget, KJE's throwing in something too. It's just something off your webpage, I believe. I appreciate it very much. All right, let's see what...
Killer Kitty 08 said the flounder are being extra.
They're
Showing
cool.
this morning love them so much.
Yeah, I would really like to get more of these guys. Set up another tank for them. Because they always, they're always in freshwater, so these are cool brackish. Actually, they're getting pretty close to salt at this point. It's like
Master Aquatics. Just
Zero-
call me Eduardo said by the way.
1.015
If I
is what I usually
win,
run.
the gift will be gifted to...
The suspense. All right, all plants. Let's see what he's got here. What do I need? I got the bulbitis. Nubius always does well in my water. So does Grips. Got the bulbitis. What do Nubius got? Alpha Folio is one of my favorites. Golden coin's pretty cool. Barter Eye is nice. What's he got? What's he got? Nubius Nana, that's not bad. Oh, he's out of the barter eye. Damn. Got some Coffifolia though. And he's got broadleaf. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Might have to get some of these, man. Here. You can see the hashtag, right? Probably do it on top of this too. Go look at the fish tank. You can add this. Cool. Make it smaller.
KJE Aquatics said merch of choice off my website.
Merch of choice. There you go. AJE merch. And $50 to Dustin. I'm gonna add some of this. Boom. Cool. Plant combos. One of these days I'm gonna have a tank that looks like this. No Blackbeard. That's the dream. Rips. I mean, most of my tanks are very hard water, so that's kind of why rips do really well for me. Why? I still don't know. There's Spiralis. Yeah, I have some Spiralis somewhere, but in balls and A, it just I don't know. Not as good as the Wendetta. That's the one that does really well in my water. Lucens, Tia. Sold out a lot of crypts, huh? Try some Spiralis. Alright, update that. Search. Buzz. Go. To from. That's unknown. We don't know who it's going to yet. Okay. Back here. Get on the hashtag. We're gonna get into the end here, so I am going to start 3-minute timer. Get in now while you can. And then we're going to lock in the votes. Or whatever. The entries. Hashtag easy. $50. I see, oh yeah, I see the fourth one there in the back. I just saw his little tail.
Killer Kitty 08 said, quick question. Sorry, how do I sanitize my cleaning gear against BBA? I have it in one tank ATM.
Well, anything that comes into contact with a tank would probably be, you know, contaminated, quote unquote. And then if you're really concerned about it, I would do like a bleach dip. Or, yeah, set up a bucket, like, what is it, like a 10%? I can't remember what the actual ratio to bleach to whatever. And just soak your stuff in there for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then let it dry out completely. That would be my best bet. That's what I would do. But clearly I don't have that protocol because I got Blackbeard everywhere. I'm surprised there's not Blackbeard in the saltwater tank. This macroalgae seems to be going
Barbara
pretty
Jackson
well
said
here.
it melts, Eduardo, because you always forget and buy the edible thong.
Look, you can see
can't
his
sweat it.
mouth. Cool. I don't know if you can see in the background. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Can you see? No, you can't. Back here, you can see in the back there, the fourth one's kind of flapping around. I have a pointer. Yes, I do have a pointer. Go here. Back here somewhere. Keep seeing the fourth one flapping around. Keep your eye back there for a second. You may see him. But that's good. I see all four. This guy's like losing it. He's like, where's the food? Awesome. Oh no!
Thank you, Killer Kitty 08, for the $3 USD Shiba Dog with sparkles in his eyes. Say, my hero super sticker. You rock!
Dennis Christensen
Thank you
said
very
back
much.
left corner.
That was hilarious. Yep, back left corner. That's where he is. That is hilarious. I like how it read everything out of there in the most excited voice ever. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, too funny. All right, we're down the wire. A couple seconds. Never-ending story. Be cool, Killer Kitty. I agree. All right, timer's up. Let us take down timer. Hashtag move to. Uh-oh. Spinner.
Thank you, Empire of Dirt Aquatics.
Man.
Jeff Kane.
Jeff!
For the 99 cents USD, a pile of poop with a face super sticker. You rock.
That's awesome. How comes this isn't been created last year? Not okay. Let me populate this first. How about that? Interact. Get these names. All right, let me grab all the names on this list. They're not showing it. What's going on here? New. Nothing's up. Shuffle the names of a new version. Of course. Gotta change everything. Way too many.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics. Jeff Kane said I had to see how she would read it.
No, she read it, dude. Alright, what is going on with this? Make sure I got the names. Delete this? Oh. Nothing's happening. Here, hang on. Interact. I was ticking twice as fast. What is this going on here? Technical difficulties. Please bear with us. It's like it won't recognize a mouse. Right.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said too many blank thong wearers.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. I don't
Barbara
know why.
Jackson said strange that are they all on one side. Weird.
It is weird, right? I can't click on the links to make a new one. Bigger. Huh. Dance maybe? It's weird that like nothing is interactive. Like I can... Hang on a second. Go back here. I don't know if you're hearing that ticking like I am, but it's driving me nuts. Wheel spinner. Spin. Working.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Barbara, due to the thong-wearing males has tilted the circle. Andy Carson said, all on one side. The boat is going to tip over before we can skip down the plank.
Updated the pointer.
Fisherman64 said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Fishymon. Wheel of names. What is this doing? I'm gonna stop it. Interesting. I may have to be a lopsided spin, let's put it that way, because I don't know how to fix this at the moment, and it's just not working. Unless we try this, maybe. Spin. This, and we're under this. Of course not. Do not.
WFL Aquatics said, I win by default.
Yeah. This is not making me happy.
Bionic Bigfoot said, good morning, Fisherman64.
Cancel. Sign out. In.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Lord Jason. Fishymon arrived and tilted the thong plank walking.
Yep.
It is his fault.
I blame him. Why is this not working out? Yes. Okay. Good. Open. Do I have everything saved? New. Do. Cool. Okay. See, can I put names on here? Whoops. That works. Okay. All right. Let's try this. It's gonna look horrible though. You have to deal with it. This is the best I can do at the moment. Refresh the cache of the current page. Did it. That's what the problem was. All right. I don't know why that was so hard. Let's double check. Make sure we got everybody's name on here, okay?
SWFL Aquatics said that means we all win.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. All right, we got KJE. We got Scaly Granny, a.k.a. Jenny Lynn. Window Liquor number 5. Love to Trip on Fish, also known as RJ. Foxy Fishes, Andy Carson. Southwest Florida Aquatics, Dennis Christensen. Killer Kitty 08. Long Family Shoal. Empire Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. Barbara Jackson. Daniel Velez. Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. CPR-ish. Jail Smith. Zeppelin Creek Aquatics. And Bionic Bigfoot. All right, cool. I think that's everybody. All right, how this game works, in case anybody doesn't know, is you're on my boat and I'm kicking you off. The last person standing is the one that wins. All right, let's do it, and we're doing it for a $50 gift card and some KJE merch. Ready? First person off my boat is Bionic Bigfoot. Hope you had your thong on. Go.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, remember thong-wearing males must send photo to Barbara's 2026 calendar.
Next one off the boat. Oh! Southwest Florida Aquatics. Better luck next time. Here we go. Window Liquor number 5. Denied. Boom, 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 boom. Peplin Creek. Close your eyes, everyone. Keep going. Yeah, it took a long time to set this up. CPR-ish. Smith. Womp, womp, womp.
Window Liquor #5 said Cannonball.
Cannonball. Oh, Empire Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. I don't know if you're here earlier, but I did mention that I have a buddy of mine 3D printing that overflow box. It was taking like 9 hours to print, so I got to pick it up the next time I see him. So let's see how that works out. Daniel West. Sorry, buddy. Better luck next time. Womp, womp, womp. No, Andy Carson. In the drink. Killer Kitty. Cats don't like getting wet. Gonna be swimming. Gaily Granny, Jenny Lynn.
Killer Kitty 08 said backflip.
All right, we're getting down there. Handful of people. Long Family Shoal. Sorry, buddy. Ooh. Just better luck next time. Love to trip on fish.
Dennis Christensen said a slow walk with my cane. Splash!
Hope that cane is a flotation device. Down to 4. Eduardo, no luck for you. All right, the final three. KG Aquatics, Foxy Fishes, and Barbara Jackson. Here we go. Foxy! No! Get to join Peplin. All right, the final two. KGE and Barbara Jackson. Good luck, good luck. Wop, wop, wop. Looks like it's Barbara Jackson, the last one standing. KGE in the drink. Congrats, congrats. Barbara Jackson. Still kicking you off the boat, but you were the last one. Yay. Awesome. Cool. Well, congrats, Barbara. Let's go back to Fish. Let me pop up the email. Send me that there. Let me put up your name, Barbara. Add to the cart. Cool,
Barbara
cool,
Jackson said, wow. That's lucky as I look bad in a thong.
All right, cart's updated. Yep, send me an email there, please. Check out right now. Need the growth juice. Yay. All right, cool. Confirmation. Email. Cool. Check this email
Andy
real quick.
Carson said, thanks for the stream, Jason. Everyone
thanks
enjoy
all.
the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
Killer Kitty 08 said, flounder booty shot there, lol.
Keeping it real. Justin's Fish Tanks, $50 gift card. Cool. And my order. Awesome. Yep, I got everything you need there, Barbara. Just send me an email at that right there, and I'll forward it to you. Awesome, awesome. All right, folks, it's been a long one, and we got a lot accomplished, man. Fun. We'll do it again next week, and we'll same place, same time, same channel, every other thing. If you got any comments, questions, you can put it down in the description below or whatever, the comment section below. I read everything, over it all. Anything you want to show off, you can send it to that email up there. Otherwise, hit the like if you haven't, subscribe if you're not, and we'll do it all again next week.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, thank you, Lord Jason.
Well, thank you, man, and I appreciate everybody hanging out today. Anybody that super chatted or stickered or whatever,
Long
that
family
goes a
show
long way
said,
around here.
cheers, all thanks,
Appreciate it.
Jason.
Try to do use that for the giveaways and turn it all back around. Keeps it going. Cool. Thank you for the memberships that you've donated there, Eduardo. Appreciate it. And we'll do it again next week. All right, guys. Thanks. Oh, you see that little flounder just flopping down there? Nice. All right, guys. Bye.